Hi, welcome into my Ultimate Partnership Guide, where hopefully you will be able to get some key takeaways so that you can work with brands in the future. I have been a creator and a streamer for a little over 3 years and have been partnered with Elgato for a little over 2 years. On top of being sponsored by Elgato, I have also worked with brands such as Corsair, Govee, Nanoleaf, Pixio, Cosmic Candles, and Feltrite. I am also a proud part of the Twitch's Women Guild and the Twitch Pride Guild. In today's video, I'm going to be starting by telling you about my personal brand journey, then moving into what you should have to showcase yourself to brands and how to market yourself. I'm also going to throw in some tips of what you probably should be avoiding, things that I wish I knew. And I also want to disclaim as we go forward that most of the things I say in this video are what worked for me, and some things that worked for me might not work for you, but that is totally okay. Everyone's journey is different, and it isn't a one-size-fits-all when it comes to content creation. To get us started, here's a little bit about me and my content journey. I started streaming in November of 2022, so a little over 3 years ago. I always struggle in the wintertime when it gets dark and cold, and I had a friend who was started streaming, and after talking with her, I decided I wanted to give it a try. My now fiance, Mr. Melons, as you might know him from stream, had gotten us a PS5, and my first streams had no webcam, just my voice and the built-in PS5 chat. My first real investment was the PS5 webcam that connected directly to the PS5, and over the next few months, I moved on to use Mr. Melon's old MacBook Pro and a cheap capture card off of Amazon to try and upgrade my stream to use OBS. My streams have come so far since little baby Melon streaming, and from there, we got a pre-built PC, and now we're at about winter of 2023. This is when I had the opportunity to partner with Elgato. Scrolling on Twitter one day, I came across a tweet that was asking for video submissions to take part of the next group of Elgato partners. I spent a few days thinking about what I wanted to create and submitted my video in the replies. I got a lot of positive feedback from members of my community and was so proud of it. After a few weeks, I wasn't really sure if anything would come of it, but I got an email inviting me to be part of the partner program, and here I am 2 years later, signed on for a third year. At the time of this, I had 650 followers on Twitch and averaged around 10 viewers. On Twitter, the platform I got the opportunity on, I had less than 200 followers. Granted, on TikTok, I did have about 10k followers due to one video that popped off, but I honestly don't think that this played a huge part in my acceptance as a partner. I remember one thing that has still stuck with me to this day, and it's from when I had a meeting with my partnership manager, which, by the way, I was beyond nervous. I was a year into my content creation journey and was so scared with this being my first big brand deal. I had thanked the manager for giving me this opportunity as a small streamer, and he straight up said there's no such thing as a small streamer. Because if you picture yourself in a room and there's 5 or 10 people sitting in a room listening and watching you, that's huge. And I think about it all the time. Anyhow, since then, I've grown so much on my socials and have also worked with many brands on different projects. And now, here I am, making this video for all of you. Also, speaking of socials, if you'd like to follow me on Twitch or here on YouTube, I do stream games like Stardew Valley, Minecraft, and some other games sprinkled in. I also make some short form content with gaming clips and some streaming content as well. Now that you know a little bit about me, let's talk about how you can market yourself to brands. Before you do anything, you have to ask yourself who you are as a streamer. What does your channel look like? What are your goals? What are your values? And how does that all come together cohesively? For myself, my brand is pink and green. Not only do I just love the colors, but it also fits the melon theme of my name Melons Lord, which actually originated from the classic Avatar: The Last Airbender scene, if you know. So throughout my channel, you can see the recurring theme of melons with my channel points, my panels, everything like that. As far as my values go, as a woman creator, my goals are always to lower the stigma surrounding mental health and help make everyone feel like they have a valued part of the gaming community, no matter their background. I grew up in poverty, and there were a lot of struggles that I had to go through, as well as financial barriers, and I want everybody to feel like they have the chance to create something great and hold space for their voice to create change in the community. Ways that I do this in my stream is I'm very open and very vulnerable with my community. I try and be very transparent when I'm struggling and have hard days to help my community know that they're not alone if they're also struggling. I also try and support other creators whenever I can, whether it be offering advice, answering questions when people have it, and that's another reason why I wanted to offer this video, because I've had a lot of people come to me and ask about partnerships, and I figured I should just make a video and share with you all. I do not gatekeep anything in my community, whether it be the equipment I use, the games I play, the way I stream, anything like that, feel free to ask. Now, moving on to marketing yourself as a creator and a streamer. No matter where you are in your streaming and content journey, once you have figured out who you are, I highly recommend making a media kit and a website. You can also make a rate card if you want, but me personally, I normally just take every brand deal separately and just do it based on situation. If you don't already know, a media kit is a quick glance at you, your metrics, and your previous collaborations and affiliations. This is helpful so that brands can get a quick look at you without doing a super deep dive. A website is super helpful for brands to get that bigger picture. My website has an About Me section, my past affiliations and collaborations, my social media metrics, contact information, and my favorite part is my previous work that I've done for brands. Having examples of past sponsored work for brands to see is very important. Choose the work that you're most proud of and show it off. My website and media kits are all made in Canva, by the way. And if you're at the point where you don't have a lot of brand work experience, you can always create content from things you already have or take pictures of products you already use. Just something or anything that can show the brands what you're able to create. Now that you have those resources, you may be thinking, how do I even get into contact with brands? Which some people think is the trickiest part. Well, there are a few ways. For starters, posting your media kit on social media can be super helpful. You can also make content showcasing brands of tech you use and love. For example, if you have a Corsair headset and would love to work with them in the future, you could take a video talking about how you use it and how much you love it. Brands love to see you hyping up their products, so engaging in their social media content is also a super good idea. I think that this is the perfect spot to also add in to put your email in your bios. If you don't have a business email, create a business email. I have seen so many partnership managers post about how they want to work with creators and they can't find their business email. Every social media account you have, make sure that email is easily accessible so that if they do want to reach out to you, they can. With that being said, we're going to move into the emailing section of the video. So, how to find brand contacts, how to write an email, and what to include. Now, social media can be a huge resource for creators. A lot of the time, partnership managers have their contact emails in their bios. You can also do a search on a brand's website to see if the partnership info is listed. This would usually be at the bottom of a website under ambassadors, collaborations, partners, etc. Sometimes, even under the Contact Us page, brands might have a specific link directly for content creator inquiries or applications. If you really can't find anything, you can always reach out via their default contact form. When I do this, I submit a ticket like this. In the subject, I just put Content Creator Collaboration Inquiry. And then for the message, I just say something quick like, hello, my name is Melons and I'm a content creator and streamer and I'm reaching out to see if there is a good email to reach out to the marketing or partnership department regarding a potential collaboration. Thank you so much, Melons. You don't need a lot of info here because you're going to be sending that once you acquire the email. I haven't had any issues reaching out via the contact form, but it isn't something I do very often, especially if the information is readily available elsewhere. Once you have a brand's email, you can then reach out. When I'm reaching out to a brand, I like to set up my reach out with an introduction, how I use and support their brand already, what my offer of collaboration is, and how it will benefit myself and the brand. Then I attach my website and conclude the email. For the subject, I like to do something cute or fun and original to catch the attention of the receiver. They get a lot of emails, so you want to make yourself stand out, but not write a 5-paragraph essay. Now, this is really important. If you reach out to a brand, do not spam them. When I reach out, I'll send my initial email, and then if I don't hear from them in about a week, I'll send a follow-up with a quick, hello, just wanted to see if you received my prior email and follow up. That's it. If you reach out via a brand's DM, which you can also do, I would advise the same thing. From here, you'll most likely have 3 results. 1, you'll hear back with the potential of collaborating. 2, you'll get no response. Or 3, you'll get a response stating that the brand isn't looking for a collaboration. If you get the first, I recommend talking to someone who's done brand deals before, and if you have a friend, you can ask them about it. I also recommend any type of contract or written agreement. This protects not only the brand, but you as a creator as well. If you get no response, you can send out a new reach out email in about 6 months to a year with new updates depending on how you feel. The time frame is really up to your discretion, but like I said, you don't want to be constantly sending emails and DMs. It can just come off as disrespectful to a brand's time, and I don't recommend it. If you get the third response that they're not looking to collaborate, you can always ask them to keep you in mind for future opportunities. If this does happen, it's not the worst thing. I've been declined by a brand and followed up in 6 months with new metrics, and we ended up working together. A lot of times, creators are nervous to reach out to brands, but if you market yourself and take that step, the worst thing they can say is no. And then at least they know you're interested. Never be scared to reach out. And as we come to the end of the video, I wanted to add a few pieces of advice and tips that I think are part of my general rule of thumb, and I definitely recommend you keeping in mind as well. As you market yourself, please remember that your digital footprint is real. I can't say from a managing experience, but just generally, the way you carry yourself says a lot. If you reach out to a brand and don't hear back, bashing them on socials or having a why not me approach to an email isn't going to get you very far. There are brands I've been wanting to work with for such a long time, and even if I don't hear back and am disappointed, I wouldn't really make that public. I've also seen a lot of people comment on other people's successes saying, I deserve this, why not me? And that is just personally not a good look in my opinion. I am always so happy for my fellow content creator friends when they get an opportunity and they're successful. I love to hype them up. Along with the brand side of your digital footprint, it's also very important to just know what you're marketing yourself as. If you are being toxic in the gaming community, if you are posting a lot of negative comments, talking about other creators in a negative light, all of these things that are negative, it's not a good look for you, and you're not marketing yourself in a positive light. You are showing people why they shouldn't work with you. And that is also something to keep in mind. Another general tip is to be wary of the types of deals that you accept. Some people may not be a fan of gifting campaigns, but I still take gifting campaigns and I love them. I think if the value of the product is equal to or exceeds the amount that I would normally charge for a video, I like to take those types of deals, especially when you factor in if the brand and product is one you love, if you'll be getting social media exposure for it, and things like that. Like I said towards the beginning of the video, every brand deal is going to be different, so I like to just take it by ear and see what happens as we're discussing things. On the same note, I will, however, say that affiliate-based partnerships are something that I'm not a fan of. If a brand is asking you to market products and all you're receiving is commission based on what you sell, most times the brand is just looking for free marketing. I do support affiliate links and codes if it's supplement to a free product and sponsored posts, but the affiliate link by itself is just something to be mindful about as you go forward. And lastly, a huge thing to remember is email authenticity. It can be so exciting to receive an email and maybe from a larger, more popular brand that you've always wanted to work with, but always double check the email. If it's a legit brand, it will usually have the person's name with an official brand email. The email can be a hard giveaway whether it's real or not. And as you get more into sponsorships and have your email more public, you will receive spam and phishing emails. Do your best to recognize the red flags and avoid them to protect yourself. Well, with all of that being said, I think that probably concludes the video. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to everyone. If you'd like to support me and the channel for more content like this, dropping a like or subscribing is super helpful to me. And if you'd like to support further, I also have links in the description of the video to my Ko-fi and Throne as well. Thank you all so much for watching the video and I wish you the best of luck with reaching out to brands. Bye!